My name is Chet Davis and I'm president of ESA, the developers of the Easy Power line of power system software products. This is the first of an 11-part video series that walks you through the basics of Easy Power version 9.0 and through the various aspects of arc flash hazard compliance, including creating a one-line diagram, short circuit calculations and equipment duty verification, protective device coordination, arc flash hazard calculations, arc flash labeling, and work permits. This tutorial will show you how to create a one-line diagram model of your electrical system with simple mouse clicks. As you can see, version 9.0 uses the latest Microsoft Ribbon interface similar to Windows 7.0. We also have moved the equipment palette to the side, leaving a large drawing space. Both these features make for an easy-to-use interface that is approximately 15 to 20% more efficient than toolbar interfaces. So when we create a one-line in Easy Power, the only thing you have to know how to do is left mouse click. So I'm going to go over to the equipment palette. I'm going to left mouse click on the utility. That selects it. As I drag my mouse over to the drawing area, my mouse turns into the utility symbol. To place it in the drawing area, all I do is left mouse click again and the utility snaps to grid. Now it turns red because it's not connected to anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and select a conductor, and we have three types of conductors. We have insulated conductors, we have feeder bus duct and busway, and overhead transmission lines. I'm going to select an insulated conductor, left mouse click, my mouse turns into a crosshair, and I just place that crosshair near the utility symbol. I left mouse click, drag and release, and when I do, a wizard comes up and asks what voltage is the utility and conductor connection. And I'm just going to type in 13.8 kV, and when I say OK, it snaps in a bus, and that bus is the connection point between this utility and this conductor. So now I can have the algorithms calculate the flows into the bus, the flows out of the bus, voltage drop, line losses, currents, things like that. Now if you put your mouse on either side of the bus, you'll see a little east-west arrow show up on the or on the mouse, and I can left mouse click and turn that into a node, basically getting rid of the bus, or I can left mouse click and extend the bus out and make that more of a switchgear lineup. Now if I want to make a 13.8 kV switchgear lineup, I'll come over to the equipment palette. I'll left mouse click and select a high voltage breaker, and then I'll left mouse click again on the bus and on the branches, and those breakers will snap directly to the equipment. And now I've got a 13.8 kV lineup. Now you're going to see me do a couple things in this video. One is zooming in and out. I'm using the little roller between my left and right mouse buttons and just rolling it. I can also move the page by just clicking on that roller and repositioning. So you're going to see me do that quite often. There's also a host of different zoom features up here that we'll use from time to time, like zoom area, zoom out full, zoom in 1.5, and things like that. Now, one of the things we may want to do on this switchgear lineup, I'm going to left mouse click and move this breaker down to create a little more space, and I'm going to left mouse click or select a CT, and I'm going to drag the CT over, left mouse click. We can put up to 3 CTs on each side of a breaker, fuse, or switch. I'm going to grab a relay, select a relay. So I'll put my phase overcurrent, directional overcurrent relay, and a ground relay. And in this case, I'm just going to left mouse double click now on this CT, and I'm going to make this a 50 to 5 unit, 1 CT, 0 sequence, and you can see the graphics morph to show a 0 sequence relay tripping this breaker. Now you'll notice that the conductor turns red. It turns red because it's not connected to anything. Okay, so it's just flagging it for us. What I'm going to do is grab a 2-winding transformer. I'm going to left mouse click, drag it over, and when I left mouse click again, it automatically snaps in. Now in this case, the bus was inserted, or this connection point was inserted without asking for a voltage, because it already knows that it's a 13.8 kV system. Now this bus, where this cable connects to the transformer, is the high voltage bushing terminals. So what we're going to do now is we're going to connect to the low voltage bushing terminals a busway going into the switchgear lineup. So I'll come over here, grab a busway, left mouse click. Now previously I left mouse click, drag and release. In this case I'm just going to left mouse click and show you another option. We'll put in 480 volts, and when I say OK, it snaps in this busway automatically. So here's the secondary low voltage bushing terminals, here's the busway. It snaps to a predetermined length just when you left mouse click. Now what we want to do now is we're going to add a switchgear lineup. We could create one just like we did the 13.8 kV system, but for low voltage systems we have this really cool feature. It's called switchgear lineup. So I'm just going to left mouse click, and I'm going to bring it over to the drawing area and left mouse click again. Now a wizard pops up and it gives us options for switchgear, switchboard, or panel board. I typically like switchgear. I work in large industrial areas most of the time, but if you're doing a commercial or an office building, you can have switchboard or panel boards. We'll make it 480 volts. It gives you the option whether you want low voltage power circuit breakers, insulated case, molded case, or a fuse combination, or maybe just a fuse switch. I'm going to choose low voltage power circuit breakers. I'm going to include a main. I'm going to tell it I want 6 breakers or 6 feeders connected with conductors, and I'm going to terminate those conductors with, say, motor control centers, but you could have panels or loads or whatever you choose. And once I say OK, it creates that lineup for me. Okay, so it automatically does everything, spaces it, and we've got our system. So now I just left mouse click, drag this breaker up, and there's our complete system in 7 or 8 mouse clicks. Very simple, very easy to use. Okay, now in the next video what we'll do is we'll show you how to add data to the equipment one line. And so we'll do data entry and walk you through that steps.